Somewhere in the depths of the Appalachian Mountains, there's a patch of forest that hikers avoid, not because of wild animals or bad terrain, but because of what they've heard. Not everyone believes in ghosts, but after this, you just might. In October of 2003, a 32-year-old outdoorsman named Eric Lane set off on a solo hiking trip through the Monongahela National Forest in West Virginia. He wasn't just some amateur. Eric had done backcountry trips in Colorado, the Smokies, even Alaska. This was supposed to be a calm, reflective weekend off-grid. He planned to hike 12 miles in, set up camp by a creek he'd found on an old topographic map, and spend 2 nights in nature. The first day went just as planned. Quiet trails, crisp autumn air, not a soul in sight. By 4 p.m., he had pitched his tent near a stream, cooked some freeze-dried chili, and started a small campfire. That night, Eric wrote in his journal, something he always did. The last entry for that day was short. It read, "Silence here is beautiful, like the forest is holding its breath," but that breath didn't stay calm for long. At around 1:12 a.m., Eric was jolted awake by a sound he described later as not human, but trying really hard to be. It was a scream. Sharp, female, full of pain, but there was something off, almost mechanical about it, like it was being replayed, not screamed. Eric shot up in his tent, heart pounding, ears straining in the silence. Then he heard it again. Same tone, same pitch, same length, exactly the same. He unzipped his tent and stepped out into the freezing air, flashlight in hand. "Hello?" he called out. "Is anyone out there? Do you need help?" Silence. Then, 30 seconds later, the same scream. This time, farther off. Eric wasn't sure what was happening. He thought maybe it was some kind of prank, or worse, a person actually in danger. Against better judgment, he walked a few hundred yards toward the sound. His flashlight scanned the trees, but all he saw were shadows and branches. Then the scream came again. Closer now, but he hadn't moved. That's when he realized it wasn't moving. It was circling him. The next 2 hours were the longest of Eric's life. Every 3 to 4 minutes, the scream returned. Always at the same volume. Always the same cadence. Sometimes to his left, sometimes behind him, sometimes right in front of where he just looked. He didn't sleep the rest of the night. He just sat by the fire, clutching his knife, waiting for sunrise. And when it came, when the first light bled through the trees, Eric didn't pack his gear. He grabbed what he could and ran. No breakfast, no cleanup, no trail, just a compass and adrenaline. He reached the main road by 11 a.m., mud-soaked and sleep-deprived. When a ranger found him near the trailhead, he looked half-crazed. Eric told him what he'd heard, what he'd experienced. The ranger just stared for a moment, then asked, "Were you near the old mine road?" Eric nodded. The ranger sighed. "She's been screaming up there for years." Turns out, in the 1940s, a small mining camp operated in that very area. One night, a fire broke out, and several workers, and one woman who had come to visit her husband, were never seen again. Some believe she died in the fire. Others think she got lost trying to escape. But the screams? They started in the 70s. Same area, always the same. To this day, hikers still report hearing her. Especially in the fall, when the wind is still and the woods are quiet. So if you ever find yourself deep in the Appalachian forest, and you hear a woman scream, don't go looking. She's not looking for help. She's looking for you. Based on Eric's account, would you ever go back? Like and subscribe for more.